Nevertheless, I'll never forget
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Saturday, and I hope you guys had a good week and that your weekend has started well as well. So I can see you in the live stream chat room or live chat room already, so we'll give a quick shout out to you guys in there. We have Bob, Ro, Tammy, Elaine, Teresa, PJ Verified, Angela, Melody Rocks, Corey, Ninja Kitty, Laurie Sue, Ed, Ruth, Bob, Billy, Melody Rocks, Gail, Bella, Julie, Howard's in there, Susie Q, Cindy, and everybody else. Hello to you guys, and thank you for joining me on this Saturday night. So, let me get the names of my patrons up on screen because they make this all possible in the first place. As long-time viewers will know, they're the foundation of everything that I do. So thank you guys. You know who you are. And I'm just going to skip that advert that's trying to get involved already. Now, tonight we do have an important mission that we're going to be attempting because last live stream, which was on a Tuesday night, as always, 11 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, we didn't hit the target for the likes goal in order to bust out the guitar and have a full jam. So it's going to be rolling over tonight. We are going to be aiming for 460 likes. So if you could hit that thumbs up as you come through the door, it would be very much appreciated, because then if we hit that target, we will have a jam. So let me get the likeometer up on screen to see where we're at with that. And all the twos, 222. So thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. That means we're looking for 235 more people. That's what I'm going to say we are looking for. That's quite a lot of extra people. So I will have to try and drag in as many people as we can from the YouTube community, wherever they may be watching videos. We'll try and drag them into the live stream and get them to hit the thumbs up. So we'll keep an eye on the likeometer, and hopefully tonight we can have a jam and bust out the guitar. So we also have to get the donations tab up on screen, because as I always say, you don't have to donate, just watching is great. And thank you to you guys for watching and subscribing, hitting the thumbs up, doing all that cool stuff. And for those people that can't resist donating, I think it's important that you know between 40 and 65% goes to YouTube through the super chat window, and between 3 and 5% goes to PayPal through the PayPal link in the description below. So in the end, it means that the most or the least, the most I'll get, I'll receive from PayPal will be 97%. I don't know why I start talking about all of this stuff, because then I have to do all the maths, and it's not my strong point. So 97% would get to me through the PayPal window, but 55% will get to me through YouTube. Yeah, that's just is what it is. And at worst on YouTube, it means 40% would make it to me. But you don't have to send it to me anyway in the first place. It's just for those people who can't resist. I think it's important that you know where your money goes, because if you donate on YouTube, potentially 60% of that disappears, and I can't refund it if you do an accidental one. So it's important to know, I think, the percentages. So anyway, I could see that there have been donations already, so thank you guys for those. And I will jump into the super chat window first. And Paul has donated $5, so thank you for that, Paul. And the message is 503,000 subscribers now. Most excellent. Let's have fun tonight and spike the likes to get a Phil Jam tonight, all y'all. Peace, love, and rock. So thank you for that, Paul. And let me get this up on screen because we have now indeed hit 503,000 subscribers. So thank you guys for subscribing and commenting and doing all of that cool stuff. And yeah, we'll keep on pushing forward and see where we end up. But certainly the audience is quite nice, and what I would say is quite substantial now. But yeah, thank you guys for getting involved. And I mean, the interesting thing about YouTube is all of my videos, over 2,000 videos that I have, some of them now and again YouTube just decides to push them out there, just give them a random push, and I don't know how it decides which ones should be pushed out there. But I noticed this where I'll suddenly start getting comments that are all the same kind of comment or all related to the same video. And recently YouTube has obviously been pushing out my video that is showing that Sir Paul McCartney didn't die and that he's actually the same person that he always was, because I first of all analysed his vocals, and then I did another video analysing his bass playing and the way that he's playing it in exactly the same way that he ever has done. But people, which I still can't get my head around this, but people still are writing comments underneath these videos saying that, oh no, you know, there is a conspiracy or this different stuff. So yeah, it's funny how that video is getting pushed out there. And I mean, I'm tempted to do another video because I've got another bit of evidence that is absolutely conclusive proof. When I say proof, I'm not talking about in one picture he looks a bit taller than in another picture, or whether his eyes look like they're a little bit different from one picture to another. I'm talking about just proof, as you would have in a court of law. Not all this speculation that people's proof is so ridiculous because they don't know what proof is, and what they're saying doesn't constitute proof of anything. So like, oh, and I, heard his name, somebody called out Billy. It's like, oh yeah, well that's definitely proof, that's definitely potentially in the court of law going to convict somebody of a crime because somebody heard somebody say something else. So yeah, absolutely crazy. But I mean, it would be something that I haven't addressed before in any of the videos, and I feel like if I did this video, then if anybody then still argues against it, then it really is that you're talking to somebody who's not playing with a full deck, unfortunately. But yeah, so that's just one of the videos that has been pushed out recently. I don't know why it's been pushed out there, but it just means that I get loads of messages about that particular thing. So anyway, let's restock and get ourselves organised for tonight's live stream, because I think, yeah, everything is up on screen. It should be. And we have a cover video vote, of course, for tonight at the top of the live chat room. And that is between Gimme All Your Lovin' and Hero from the Spider-Man movie. So I can see that Gimme All Your Lovin' has 54% of the vote so far. So if you want to hear my version of that later on in the live stream, click on whichever one of those you want to do. I don't think it's a thumbs up. Oh, hang on. While I think about doing a thumbs up, yes, it's still on there in the background, the fireworks thing that is set off. And I think maybe on one of my analysis videos, I don't know what I was doing, but I was just explaining as I normally do. And I wasn't doing a thumbs up or a thumbs down, but maybe I was holding my hands in a particular way that made it look like I was doing a thumbs up, because even though I was on half of the screen because I was doing the analysis, so we had the picture monitoring software on the other side of the screen, it looked like one of the thumbs up came up in, let me see if I can do this, to get the bubble that pops up on screen. I don't know why. I don't know what sets it off. Is it a thumbs up that gives you the thumbs up? Because the 2 thumbs up gives the fireworks. I thought this made a thumbs up appear. There you go. I'm sure on my analysis video it was on the other side. So yeah, I don't know. It was a bubble of something, but I noticed that. Anyway, we will keep those on and see if I find... Do you get anything for a peace sign? Let me see if you get... Oh, you get balloons. What's that got to do with peace? I don't know. So there we go. What about 2 thumbs up? 2 peace signs. Is that just going to be confetti? I'm going to have to remember all of this. So confetti, balloons, single thumbs up, and fireworks. Right. Okay. Moving on. I might have to make a mental note to turn all of this off when I'm doing an analysis video. Not that I do any of those signs, but just in case, who knows? Right. Yeah, back into the super chat window. Thank you for that, Paul. And Anna's donated $10 as well. So thank you for that. And the message is, hello, all my lovies. Just stopped by a min to tell you all I love and miss you all. I've been a rough week this week, but I am thinking of you all. So thank you for that. And Sue has donated $9.99 and says, love this song. So thank you for that, Sue. And when I was looking at the requests over on Patreon, it was Happy Hanukkah who wrote a message about being confused about what I was asking for before the live streams. And because it's just something that I do before every live stream to my patrons, yeah, it might be a little bit confusing for people that might not have watched a great deal of my channel or maybe just seen a few analysis videos. So on the live streams, what we have and what I ask for before starting the live stream is for people to request a particular cover video from my covers playlist that is on YouTube. So if you go onto the YouTube channel, there are lots of playlists there of, different analysis videos from performances from, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. So yeah, those are all in different playlists, and there's a playlist for cover videos as well. So you can look through there. I think there's like maybe 35 or something. So there'll be different songs on there. And you can then just request whichever one of those you want to see on a live stream. And as for the song that we start with, that's always an original song of mine. And the original songs you can find on Patreon with the different rewards. Like when you join up, you'll get songs from my album. So yeah, you can choose whichever one of those you want to hear. And generally, yeah, I just look through that very quickly and just put at the top of the live chat room a couple of the requests, which, yeah, for tonight is Gimme All Your Lovin' and Hero. So I can see that Gimme All Your Lovin' has 56% of the vote so far. Now that vote is far from over. Right. So thank you, Orlando, who donated $2 as well. And the message is, this is 2 weeks late, but congrats on 500,000 subs. So thank you for that, Orlando. And Elaine has donated $5. So thank you for that. And the message is, are you growing out a full beard, Phil? Don't recall this much facial hair before. So thank you for that. And no, my facial hair is entirely random. Just I never have time to actually have a shave. It just takes too long. So I say I never have time. Now and again I will have time or try and make time to have a shave. But yeah, I'm always doing things. So it's yeah. I mean, I can't grow. I've never tried to grow a full beard, but these bits here, I don't think they will ever come along. If it's not happened in my 40s, I don't know how old I have to get before I could actually grow a beard. Because some people, they can grow full beards in their like 20s or maybe even in their late teens. So yeah, my my body's not, at least my face has not allowed me to do that. But then again, I think maybe if I were to have a full beard, maybe it might make me look older. I think full beards can have that effect. Like when somebody's got a full beard and then they shave it off, I always think they look younger. So yeah, for my facial hair, it just grows where it grows, and there's some people that have it kind of that grows quite far down their neck, but I don't have that either. But it's all fine. I'll have a shave at some point when I get a spare kind of 20 minutes in order to do that. So no, I'm never really planning on growing out any facial hair. It's just something that happens with guys. It doesn't grow exactly the same as the hair on your head. It'll grow out of your face. So thank you for that, Lane. And Karen's donated $2. Thank you for that. And the message is, Phil, hair looks fluffy. How's the weather? Karen. So thank you for that. And the weather is, I don't know, around, I was going to say 20. It was earlier today, but now it's down to 18 degrees. So yeah, a lot more manageable with the temperature. Nothing crazy. Not too hot, thankfully. But thank you, Pacer, who has donated $10. So thank you for that. And it says, rock on with your bad self and good work. So thank you for that. And Living in America is on my, well, it's actually part of the Rocky 4 playlist for working out. So yeah, Rocky 4, I think, as a movie, if you are a Rocky fan, or you've watched Rocky 4 in particular, just for me, that soundtrack and all of the songs on there, obviously, well, Living in America, James Brown, of course. When Apollo Creed is entering the ring, they have this full thing, and he's performing there, and it's all a little bit over the top, but that is on the soundtrack. So yeah, when I work out, I am working out with my bad self, with James Brown in the background. But anyway, yeah, thank you for that. And Russ has donated to £20. Thank you for that. And the message is, I'm a musician and I love what you do. Thank you, Phil. Let's keep the channel going. So thank you for that. And yes, I will do my best to keep the channel going. As long as people are watching and people are requesting videos, then I will keep on jumping into videos and making analysis videos. Elaine's donated $2 and says, it looks fine, just wondered. So thank you for that. Right. Now, there have been some donations over in the PayPal window as well. So thank you guys. And by the way, I think for tonight, I'll keep on plugging that thumbs up. Will we get fireworks? We will. We're just going to put up with that. So I'll keep on plugging that thumbs up. If you could hit the thumbs up, it'll be much appreciated, because we are aiming for 460 likes tonight, which we failed at on Tuesday. So we're looking towards the Saturday crew to try and get us to this target for tonight, and then we'll bust out the guitar, have a jam to fill jam number 264. Right, let's just jump over to PayPal, because we had a donation that actually came in right at the end, I think, of the last live stream. So yeah, this was late on Tuesday night. I think maybe about midnight, even though it says 11:30 in my inbox, but I think it's out by an hour, because otherwise I would have seen this, because that's only not even halfway into the live stream. But anyway, this was from ViewBuild, who donated £10. So thank you for that donation right at the end of the last live stream. Just wanted to make sure that I addressed that one. And Chris has donated $9.99 as well. So thank you. Thank you for that. I just noticed that that's in the store part. That's from wingsandpegasus.com. So that was a CD. But thank you thank you for that, Chris, for buying the CD. And I think there's another one. This is annoying when it takes me back to the inbox rather than allowing me to go through each one by one. But anyway, Brian has donated £5. I'll have to double check that I haven't missed anybody out. But thank you for that, Brian. And the message is just to say thank you for the new Amelia video, which I've been watching on repeat. Will you be making it available live? Cheers! Some rock horns. Thank you for that, Bryony. So, I think with the videos, I've got to take stock of what I've got where and what's available and what isn't available. Because over on Patreon, I know that there are some rewards that are particular videos. And, yeah, rather than just putting everything on YouTube so that everybody can just take everything, I like to have some things at least over on Patreon that people can take a look at if they want to, that aren't on YouTube. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take stock of that, because I want to try and organize the videos so that, yeah, people can watch them over on Patreon. And I've got to get my head around which ones are public, which ones aren't public. But Amelia, that video, it might be, I might put that over on Patreon as well for you guys to watch over there. But thank you for that, Bryony. At the moment, it's just literally on my computer, because that's all I've done with it, is I just recorded the video and then just played it from my computer last live stream, rather than uploading it to YouTube and all that kind of stuff. But thank you for that, Bryony. And it's taking me back to the inbox again. Karen has donated £7, so thank you for that. And the message is, hi Phil, congratulations on hitting 503,000 subscribers. Your dedication and persistence prevails. I recently bought a mini amplifier for my electric guitar, which can be used with Bluetooth. Have you ever used mini amps? If so, have you found them beneficial? And if so, how, other than quiet practice? Many thanks for all you do, and all the best, Karen. So thank you for that. And I mean, generally, if you're talking about a mini amplifier, I mean, what you can get are literal miniatures of, say for example, a Marshall stack. So you'll have an amp that's like this size, but it's got, two little cabinets, and it's got an input for your jack, like standard size. You don't have to have a mini guitar to play. So those mini amplifiers, they look quite cool, and I have played through them before, but I think it's more of a collectible type thing, rather than kind of using it for practice. Some people might do, but I've always tended to buy, maybe a 20 watt amp or a 30 watt amp, something like that. So it's not the kind of amplifier that you're going to be doing any gigs with. Maybe if you're doing something that's acoustic and somebody's just playing an acoustic guitar and you want to have something just playing along with them, you can keep it at a low volume, then generally if you are playing with that live at a proper show, you're going to get that amped up through the PA so that you're going to match the volume of everything else. But for practice, that's what they are for, practice amps and smaller amps. So my argument for just getting a practice amp rather than a mini replica would be that you can just do exactly what, you can simulate exactly what you would do on the mini amplifier by just turning the 25 watt amplifier down. So yeah, the Mustang LT25 is what I've got just down here in the corner, and that's the Fender amp that they gave me. So I've always just used practice amps. If you're referring to practice amps as mini amps, then they are beneficial, of course, for practice and keeping it quiet. And nowadays, you can they usually have auxiliary inputs on there and Bluetooth connection, so you can connect your phone to it or whatever if you want to play along to a backing track or something like that. So yeah, they have a lot of extra connectivity options than they used to do when I was a kid. My first amplifier, I'm trying to remember. It's a Laney. My first amplifier was a Laney amplifier. And, I mean, back in those days, it didn't have anything on it other than it did have a distortion channel, which is pretty cool. But it sounded pretty rubbish. So, unfortunately, I mean, it was good to have that option. But, again, it was back in the days of not having all of the connectivity and not having amp models and all these different things that you can do nowadays. So it had a very kind of a tinny distortion sound to it. But I mean, that was great for me to practice and plug my Tanglewood Nirvana guitar through. So yeah, happy days. And that would have been when I was in my, I don't know, maybe my mid-teens, something like that. So let me just skip this advert. Yes, right. So let me see if... God, every time that I click on going to the next one, it takes me back to the inbox. So that's certainly something that Outlook have got to sort out, because that's happened multiple times now. Right, Karen's donated again, £2.12, and says, Phil, you just referred to your bad self as opposed to your good self. Just curious. By the way, I think there's an effect when both of your hands do rock horns. Thanks and cheers, Karen. So thank you for that. So yeah, a bad self was James Brown. So he would say, what would he say? In Living in America, he says, what he says, it's doing something with your bad self. But what he means is that he's doing something with somebody else, or with you as the listener. So I can't remember exactly. It's one of those kind of ad-libs that he throws in at the end of the song. But that's it. It doesn't say with your good self, because that's not really the way that he rolled, Mr. James Brown. So yeah, it's always, I can't remember what he says. But anyway, and in that song he also says, Eddie Murphy, eat your heart out, which I think is because there's a Living in America movie or something. So yeah, he does lots of ad-libs in that, and your bad self was just that reference to James Brown. But anyway, right. Let's try and do this and see what happens. Oh wow, lasers and smoke for double rock horns. What about single rock horns? No. I guess if that did something, we might be seeing it all the time in my analysis videos. But yeah, just one. What I liked about that effect was the smoke. It looked like I had a smoke machine or something. That was actually quite cool. So double rock horns. I have to remember that. And what was it? Balloons and other stuff. So thank you for that. And I'm going to have to try. Oh, no, it did skip to the next one. And this is Debbie, who's donated £10. So thank you for that. And the message is, hi Phil, just couldn't resist donating. I went to see Benson Boone at Madison Square Garden yesterday in New York City. It was a fabulous show. Light effects, confetti, and singing on the chandelier. I didn't get home until 3 a.m, but so worth missing some sleep. You are the best. Love you, Debbie. So thank you for that. And yeah, well, tonight, I mean, we've just had a kind of light show, and we had confetti, but no singing on a chandelier, unfortunately, for tonight. So yeah, I don't think there's anything that will provide a chandelier on screen, but thank you for that, Debbie. Right. Okay, Orlando has donated $2, and says, would you ever do a cover of Living in America? So, probably not. I don't think it's really in my wheelhouse of playing, because there's saxophone in there as well. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff in there, and a lot of kind of funky guitar going on, which is cool. But yeah, I don't think it's wise for anybody really to take on a track like that and take on James Brown and his delivery, because he just does it the way that he does it, and he does all of these weird kind of scream things, and that's not something that I do. So no, it would certainly have to be my own version of it, and my own version of it, I'm sure, would be vastly inferior to the original. But anyway, thank you for that, Orlando. And Grinning Llama has donated $27.99. So thank you for that. And the message is, congrats on 500,000 subscribers. Keep on rocking, from Quebec, Canada. So thank you for that. And Rocking Babe has donated $4.99. So thank you for that. And the message is, your face is made for no beard. So yeah, I mean, I don't think my face is made for no beard, because when I have no beard, then I look about 12 years old. So I think it's probably better for me to have a little. Like, I never do shave like properly, like some guys shave all of their hair off, so it's like really smooth. But I don't do that, just because I used to do it. But then, I didn't like the look of it. I think it makes me look a little bit weird. And I know that, lots of people are trying to look young all the time and will do kind of everything to try and look younger. But I think there is a limit to that, where, I think, it's good to look a little bit mature, especially with what I do on the internet. And people already say, oh, what would somebody, your age know about it? Not knowing that, I'm in my 40s. But that would make it probably even worse. And I remember a comment from somebody saying, I've seen more than you have about live music. I've seen more than you ever will do and you ever have in your life, because I'm 35. And it basically was saying to me that I was so young that what would I know about it? I had to say, look, I'm in my 40s. So this particular person probably felt a bit of a moron, saying that they've seen more music than I've ever seen in my life, because, he's like 7 years younger than me. I don't know. But anyway, so I think that the facial hair helps me with people maybe thinking at least a little bit older, and shaving it all off I just think it looks a bit weird. But anyway, so we are going to be quickly jumping into the PayPal window again, and it's Cindy who has donated £15. So thank you for that, Cindy. And Cindy says, try doing 2 thumbs down. I don't think you've done that. So 2 thumbs down. Well, I just realised I never do thumbs down. Oh, we're getting rained on. Unbelievable. Right, let me try 1 thumbs down. Thumbs down. And that's happened on that side. So maybe in my analysis video, there was something that I was doing that was a bit like a thumbs down. But yeah, the rain one was quite cool. So there we have it. And the great thing is it rains and my hair is unaffected. So yeah, I mean, that'd be a great superpower. Well, it's not really a superpower. It doesn't really help anybody apart from yourself. But it would be a good power to have, that your hair doesn't get ruined. You look like a drowned rat when you get rained on. But there we go. So thumbs down is thumbs down. 2 thumbs down is a rain cloud. I wonder if you can combine. I don't know whether you can combine them. So what if I try to do a rain cloud with laser show? It would be like that, and then like that. I think we have to wait for one to finish before the other one can start. yeah, that they alternate between themselves. So anyway, yeah. Oh, we're getting a bit carried away with these effects on screen. So Karen's just donated $2 in the super chat window, so thank you for that. And the message is, Phil, you have the heart effect when you shape your hands. Oh yeah, I think that's one that I don't know. I know that people, is it like that? But the thing is, people do that and they make it look like a heart, but I've never kind of practiced doing it, so it doesn't even look like a heart. It just looks like me putting my hands together. But yeah, I'm not too used to doing all of these hand signals. And I mean, even doing thumbs down, I obviously don't do that very much because it feels weird. But also doing the 2 rock horns, I never do those. I just do the 1. That's just how I do it. So, right. Moving on with tonight's live stream. Give Me All Your Loving has 56% of the vote. It just moved from 57 to 56 as I said that. So if you want to hear either Give Me All Your Loving or Hero towards the end of tonight's live stream, my version of either of those songs, then yeah, click on either of those to vote for it. Now I'm going to give another plug of the thumbs up icon because fireworks, because we are at 417 likes so far, meaning we're looking for 43 more people to hit the thumbs up so that we can bust out the guitar at the end of the live stream and have a jam. But I think we are closer than we were on Tuesday, so the Saturday crew might be getting this done. We'll have to see. I don't want to tempt fate or jinx it that we don't make it. So we're looking for 42 more people to hit the thumbs up before the end of the live stream. That would be very much appreciated if you could hit that thumbs up. So, right. Now, just a general chat about... I tend to mention what you might. I don't know whether you can hear this chair. Maybe it's too quiet, but it is squeaking. So just in case you think there's like a mouse in here or something, that's my chair. And I do tend to kind of move a bit when I'm talking. So you have to put that to the back of your minds or the back of your ears when you're listening to me talking. But yeah, talking about the last analysis video, it was last night, Def Leppard, that we were taking a look at. And yeah, with Joe's vocal being fully live, and I've said that I've been to see the band multiple times. And something that I will say is, because with my analysis videos being objective, because they're all requested, it means that I look at lots of different bands, and occasionally there will be bands that fall into my wheelhouse of personal taste and preference, and bands that I might have been to see live, and Def Leppard were one of those. And what I will say is that when I'm starting the analysis, doing a video and looking at the data from a band that I am a fan of, I'm always hoping to see one thing rather than the other, because I think for me as a musician and as a fan, I do like it when bands actually perform live and when they sing live, and even if it's not amazing, they're at least doing it, because I think even if the vocal is a bit pitchy here and there, and the backing vocals might be a little bit off, if they're actually doing it, I think that's then set apart. It's in like a different filing cabinet for live performances, and then when you go to or you watch something that's not live, then you can't really judge that at all because they're not doing it. So yeah, I am a big fan of fully live bands, and yeah, it's great that Def Leppard are performing fully live, and they've got fully live vocals, lead vocals, backing vocals, and I think because of the production on their albums and just being so well known for the sound of their production being so full. I think that live, like I said in the analysis, there might be a little bit going on because it's synchronized. It means that we've got a click track going on, or they've got a click track going on. So everything is synchronized. And I think that there's the argument for saying, well, they're just trying to keep tempo to make sure that they don't speed up, don't slow down, all that kind of stuff. But I think it is probably to do with having some other elements on the backing track that are low in the mix, such as maybe some, and I said maybe Joe's voice is on that backing track as well, very low in the mix, and maybe some guitars very low in the mix as well. So for me, I don't really mind that too much because I know Def Leppard the band, and I know the sound of their albums and their production. And for me, it's always about having the lead instruments, the lead vocals being up front, and for all of the instrumentation to be up front. And then anything that's added and is on a backing track, it's in the back. It's a backing. It's not something that's going to overtake what you're hearing as the main focus, as the main lead voice, for example. Because for me, when the lead vocal is now up front and it's on a backing track, it's now no longer a backing vocal. It's not a backing track vocal. It's now a lead vocal. So and that would then be miming. And even at the point where there are a lot of artists nowadays who, and I've pointed this out in a lot of analysis videos, where they have the lead vocal at exactly the same level on the backing track as their mic live. So it means that if they don't want to sing a particular part, then they don't sing it, but the vocal comes out at exactly the same level. And that is a very common thing that's happening nowadays with a lot of mainstream pop artists. And for me, again, having something on the backing track that's actually lead, like lead vocals, it's not something that I'm a big fan of. And I think when it gets to that point, you think, well, that's no longer a backing track, and it is miming and lip syncing when they decide that they don't want to sing a particular part. But anyway, we won't get into all of that. So Rocking Babe has donated $9.99, so thank you for that. And the message is, hi Phil, do you take a happy pill before each live stream, or are you just really happy to see us? So thank you for that. And I don't have any happy pills, and I don't think I'm overly happy. But I'm just I just do what I do, and I don't know. What I will say is that I do drink water. I don't drink and I don't smoke, and just because I don't like the taste of alcohol. So I think I'm quite lucky with that there are some people that do like the taste of alcohol, therefore they drink quite a lot, and alcohol's not particularly good. And here's another bit of information that there's this one thing that everyone always says, or at least here in the UK, they say that, having a little bit of red wine, for example, is actually good for you. And it's something that did get spread around, and people said that quite a lot. And I only found out, I think maybe in the last 5 years, maybe 5 years ago, that there was a study that tested the difference between somebody's, they tested their blood after I don't know how long of drinking red wine, just having a little bit every night. So anyway, they did that, and the study, I think, was hugely flawed, at least in this report that I saw, where they didn't take into consideration anything they didn't get people to only have the same diet just to test whether the red wine was making the difference, or that they could have something that was a little bit more healthy over the week compared to the other person who didn't have those healthy foods, and they'd say that the wine was the reason for that, and the study was paid for by the people that made the wine. So, I mean, that was the killer for me. So then they could basically, I mean, you find this kind of thing happening all the time. I've mentioned it with Lucozade and other companies that sponsor a study, and they, in exactly the same way that Lucozade, they just gave athletes Lucozade, but they didn't test whether, or they didn't take into consideration that some athletes who had Lucozade also had more carbohydrates before they exercised. So they say, oh, look, they had Lucozade and they lasted for 33.5% longer than the people that didn't. We say, yeah, but those people also had pasta dishes and ate loads of pasta 3 hours before the exercise, and the other people didn't. Why didn't they get the pasta? So, well, let's not get into that, because we want to prove, or at least be able to say, that what we tested was, well, we gave them Lucozade, so they then performed better. So, yeah, you get all of these things that have made their way into society, and you then realise when you look into what they're basing this all on, and Joe Public doesn't really know. They just all think, having red wine is good for you. But anyway, I don't have red wine, I don't have alcohol, I don't have all that kind of stuff, don't smoke, but I do drink water, and I think just staying healthy and feeling okay, feeling hydrated is probably something that will make you, I don't know, improve your mood, because I know certainly from a sporting background that even if you're a little bit dehydrated, it has a huge effect on physical performance. So you think, well, it's good because the body is mostly water. It is good to keep the water topped up, so then you can be mostly human, because you don't want to suddenly not be that. And being dehydrated will affect your mood and give you headaches and all that kind of stuff. So this is why, within an arm's reach, look at this bottle of water that I have, and I'm only halfway through it for today, so that means I'm going to have to do some serious drinking of water after the live stream. But that's 2 litres, so it means that I've had a litre of water today, and that's as well as I have like a little bit of grape juice with my breakfast, and for dinner I have a little bit of kind of mixed fruit juice. So I try to drink a couple of litres of water a day, and then the other liquid like tea, all that kind of stuff gets added on top. So I don't have happy pills, but that would be my top tip, is just to try to keep the body going and give it what it needs. And I think also kind of being strict with not having too much sugar, and I think that once you have a lot of sugar, the next day you want that sugar again, and then you want a little bit more, and then your body wants a little bit more, and before you know it, you're on this downward spiral of having sugar all the time, like almost like with every meal. So I'd say just try and be sensible, stay healthy, and maybe your mood will improve. I don't know, that's all I can put it down to. So anyway, thank you for that and those donations in the super chat window. Right, we are potentially going to be jumping. Hang on, we've got to jump into the likeometer display, because we are 3 people away from having a fill jam at the end of tonight's live stream. It's going to be 6 minutes and 12 seconds, so that's what we are going to be aiming for. 3 more people. I'm almost inclined to wait for now 2 more people to hit the thumbs up, so then we can just rest assured that we're going to be having a fill jam at the end of tonight's live stream. We're going to be waiting. I'm going to wait to get to 460 until we jump into tonight's cover video, hopefully. And there we have it, 461. So thank you guys. The Saturday crew have smashed it, meaning we have achieved the likes goal for tonight. We will be busting out the guitar and having Fill Jam number 264. So, right, let me bring this... Oh... The reason for that outburst was because I meant to bring the vote to a close and I clicked on end stream by accident. And it said, are you sure you want to end your stream? And then I realised, oh no, I don't want to end it actually. So, I'm ending the poll. I don't know why they put those buttons so close together at the top of the screen. So, let's see as it goes through. Give Me All Your Lovin' had 57% of the vote. So thank you guys for voting for that as tonight's cover video. It's going to be my version of the ZZ Top classic, of course. And I'll see you guys after. Rock! And there we have it. That was my version of Give Me All Your Lovin'. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. And for some reason, that particular video had the slow fade in. And did it fade out? I don't know. I can't really tell. But the other thing that I've just noticed that I forgot to do before the start of the live stream was change the lights, because they run on batteries, and yeah, I think these ones are quite old now. Maybe I put these batteries in on Tuesday, and yeah, I've done a couple of videos since then, so they're running out, but hopefully you can still see me and it's still light enough. Right, now we are we're just getting up to midnight here in the UK, so the backing track is going to be 6 minutes and 12 seconds, so we do have time maybe to do something. Now the other thing was that I have the dimensions, and I guess I could do a plug of the store. So if you want to get any merchandise, you can head to the Dashery store, which people have been messaging me about, and thank you guys for the feedback to let me know that they do deliver very quickly and that the products are of a high quality and all that kind of stuff, which is great. So you can head to the tray underneath this video, and there should be a link in the description below if you want to head over to the Dashery store and get your hands on any of the merchandise. Something that I will be adding soon is, and yeah, maybe we can watch a Phil Toon because we've got a little bit of extra time. I will be adding the Phil Toon mug because I found the character and I found the design for the mug that I did before, because I had a search and found where it was, because I've got a million different hard drives, but I found where the designs were. And now I have from Dashery the pixel dimensions. I think I mentioned before how it's now a wraparound design rather than front and backwards. So I have to get it all on Photoshop and make sure it's the right, it has the right dimensions for the mug. So I'm going to be doing that at some point, maybe on Monday, because that's an admin day. I might find a little bit of time to do that design, upload it to Dashery so that we can have at least the same mug that's available over on Spring, but then having it here or on the Dashery store so you guys can order that if you want to. And for people that don't know about the Phil Toons and the stories of my life that have been made by myself into cartoons, then we will jump into one now. And there are 5 of them. We have the Basis, the Library, the Italian, Guffest, and the Fireworks show. I think the Fireworks one is a little bit longer. So, whichever one of those ones you want to see. And Melchestra says the Wings Pegasus website merch tab still links to the Spring store. So what I will do is change that after this live stream. And I'm going to make a note of that now in this Word document. Like that. Okay, right. Save, so don't forget to do it. Okay, so I will change that on the website so that it goes to the right place. Now, I can see that Karen says the Italian, Barbara says the Library, and another one for Italian, Kimberly says, and Heather says Italian. Right, we're going to jump into the Phil Toon of the Italian drummer who answered the ad to be the drummer for Wings of Pegasus, and watch this Phil Toon to see how it ended. So I will see you guys after this. Rock!
That sounds absolutely excellent. We'll get the next train down and meet you at the Fox.
What the heck was that all about?
That was the excellent Italian drummer we were hoping to hear from. He loves our songs and can't wait to meet. He's really keen. We're going to London tonight to meet at the Intrepid Fox. We'll get the train. He said he definitely wants the drummer position in the band.
Ruddy heck, that is awesome. Finally, someone keen enough to meet and get things rolling.
I am amazed at how empty this carriage is. It must be a lucky day.
Yes, this is very rare. Normally I would not know where to look and have somebody sneezing and coughing in my face.
Not to mention, of course, the regulation bum guff released into the airtight carriage, making breathing impossible. I'm actually really looking forward to tonight. I think this guy could be the guy we need. From what I've heard, he really wants to be in the band.
Finally, it seems our luck is changing.
I definitely think this was a fantastic use of my last £15 of the month. I don't mind being skinned if it means we have a decent drummer.
Yes, I'm certain he will appreciate us spending £15 each and taking this 2-hour train journey to meet with him.
Precisely. Imagine if this was all for nothing. Ha ha ha. That would be so funny, I would probably guff my own bum.
Ha ha ha, yes indeed. From what he has said, there is no way this could ever end in a clap to the face.
We must be nearly there, as the people are starting to stare at us less and also the women are becoming more attractive.
Yes, you are correct. Here we are. Remember to try to avoid eye contact with the busker just in case. Here we are. I am so excited. I've been waiting for this day all my life, in a way.
I suggest you keep talk like that to a minimum around here. You sound like a hormone sensual, not a metal rock death voodoo punk of death. Let's go inside. Wowzers. Heck, this place looks a lot more realistic on the outside.
Hey there guys, you are looking for me. I think I want to say, are you Phil?
Yes, I am. I recognize that Italian accent. You must be Alessandro.
That is not an Italian accent.
Shut your guff trap, you're breaking the illusion. Right, let's get a proverbial beverage and talk band business.
Sounds good to me.
Well guys, we certainly are having a great luck. And getting on like fantastic chums. I like the vibe we are producing with our verbal interactions.
Can I just say guys, you are amazing. And I would love to join the band. I'm in this for the big time. Whatever it takes.
It's only been 10 minutes, but I think we all want to move in the same direction and get this show on the road.
We've been searching so long, but finally it has paid off. I think there are some great times ahead.
Oh, do shut up. I'm seriously starting to worry about you. Now, let's talk business. Shall we get a rehearsal booked for say 2 weeks' time?
Well, in 2 weeks I'm heading back to Italy. So, that is not too good for me.
Absolutely no problem. When are you back from Italy? We'll organize it for that week.
Yes, the problem is I'm not sure I'm coming back to England.
Ha ha ha. I hope to heck that you are pulling on my proverbials.
No, I'm serious. It is unlikely I'll be coming back.
Heck. Are you actually demented in the head? How the absolute guff are you going to gig with us when you are in a different country?
Oh yes, I can see that will be a problem. I hope I haven't wasted your time.
Oh no, not at all. We love to travel for 2 hours on the train, spending our money on train tickets and a beer for you, just for you to frig us in the guff, right? Well, we are going to leave now for the 2-hour journey back home. I sincerely do hope you get home safely to your flat just around the corner. Come on, let's get the guffing heck out of this vicinity before I lose my temper and tell him to frigging naff off back to Italy.
It's lucky it's all on film, or else nobody would ever believe this actually happened. Unbelievable.
What an absolute waste of time and money. To top it all, I had to spend my last 30 pence at the Paddington toilets. What a rip-off. I can't believe he spun me that guff about wanting to make it big with us. This is the worst day of my life.
And there we have it. That was the Italian real life story. I have the guitar out because we are going to be jumping into the Phil Jam very soon, and I think we are up to date with everything, so I should be able to click on. Oh, by the way, when that was playing, that particular Phil tune, I changed the link on the website, so maybe somebody can go and check wingsofpegasus.com/merch. I think that's the page. If it's not, go to the home page, click on merch, and then click on that, and it should now take you through to the Dashery store. At least that's what I'm hoping. So if I managed to do it correctly while I was getting the guitar out, and it might be organised now. We will see. So Orlando just donated $2. Thank you for that. And the message is that fake Italian really bummed you in the guff. So thank you for that, Orlando. Right, we're going to get organised with this jam track 264. Let me click on that. Right, let's mute this. Right, this is a cool, mellow, melodic rock backing track in B minor, and this is from YT Jam Tracks, and that's YT in capital letters for YouTube. Right. Mic on so that we can actually hear. Right, I can hear that, which is good. Now, you'll have to let me know what the levels are like as to how loud the guitar is and all that kind of stuff. I've got to be able to hear it in the first place. Really clean. Oh, zoom! Oh, well, it still works. I pointed it at my interface, but it still works somehow. Is it still going? It sounds like it's fading out. So anyway, there we go. That was cool, mellow, melodic rock backing track in B minor. It might have ended earlier than I thought, or maybe not, but there we have it. It is what it is, and that's from YT Jam Tracks, capital Y, capital T. And I was dealing with a few issues there with reaching my foot pedal and then doing other things. So hopefully we got away with it. But thank you, Joe, for sending that my way. And right, 17 minutes past midnight. We've finished pretty much on time. Just a little bit, just a couple of minutes over the usual ending time. So thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up and ensuring that we just had that Phil Jam number 264. So I'm going to be here with another video tomorrow night. Look out for that one, and I'll be live streaming on Tuesday night, where we are, I wonder if we're going to try and hit the same target that we didn't hit last Tuesday. I don't know. Usually when we miss a target, we then reset to a lower amount. So I'll have to decide what we do. But thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up, watching the live stream tonight. Hopefully you can join me on Tuesday as well, which means if everybody does turn up, we will hit the goal regardless on Tuesday night. But all that's left for me to say is try to stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock! Oh, and just quickly, Turbulent Inflation 46 has donated $4.99 and says thanks, with a little bit of a spelling mistake there. But I thought I'd mention that before, rather than at the beginning of the next live stream. If I do see a donation, I haven't technically finished yet. It was just in the outro. So now we are officially finishing. But thank you guys, and I will see you tomorrow night. Rock!